The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn!
You are watching The DL Show on Dave's Guitar Channel.
All righty, folks, we are back. Welcome, everybody. Let's go around the horn and just say hello. Krellbar, welcome.
How goes it?
Joe, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
And Jables, what's happening?
Hey, everyone. Been a minute. How is everyone?
Good.
So
Sehr
far, so
gut.
good.
Very good.
Sehr gut, as Krellbar would say.
It looks like Krellbar got himself a haircut.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
All right.
It still looks fresh.
Yeah, that's because I got cut short. It grows out like nothing.
So you're looking like you're trimming down a little bit.
Well, I trimmed my beard. I was going to.
That's
just
what I
take
meant.
a regular goatee, and I chopped on one side. I'm like, that don't look bad. What if I did it on the other side? So
No, I mean
instead of being
weight-wise,
like-
you're looking a little smaller. You're looking like you're taking up a little less space.
I'm just doing the carnivore,
Just hanging around.
just hanging around.
Mm.
Who, me?
All right. What else is going on? Anyone that has watched my show in the last couple of weeks, the Karen Reed case has
Oh, God.
rested, and now we're just waiting for the jury to either make a huge mistake or get it right and say she's not guilty. But we'll see.
Who this?
This woman, they claiming that her car, she ran over her boyfriend, and the guy looks like he was beat up in a fight, and there's like these experts came out that had nothing to do with the case. They were working with the FBI, and the FBI wanted to know what happened. And they were like, I can tell you this, that guy wasn't hit by a car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's been a crazy case. Crazy. But
I have not been aware
Even
of it.
in the hands of a jury, you never know what the fuck's going to
yeah, you never know. What There's a lot of idiots in the world. Let me just
happen.
say.
They want idiots on the jury. They don't want anyone with any freaking critical fucking mind.
Sad. But other than that, what else has been going on? What was I? My brain is usually frazzled by the time I get onto this show because I teach on Wednesdays and it's a long teaching day. But I did get a chance to go to the gym and do legs today. I smoked a cigar, played a little Fortnite with RL, and we got. Actually, I think we won once. We beat the hell out of a bunch of 10-year-olds in one game. And then the rest of the games, they handed our ass to us. So,
That's how it goes.
Don't fuck with the 10-year-olds.
this is probably Matt.
Come
Let me
get ya.
see. No. Yeah. Oh, she said, yeah. Well, I hope so. She said 0% chance of conviction. It's been absolutely mental. And Johnny Kramer, what's happening? Ricky
don't know about
Compton,
it.
Cold Roses. What else, guys? What's on the docket today? What did you what shareth you?
Well, this week I started working out again. It was
All
off
right.
for a while because I had injured my ribs, and every time I go, it's like freaking. But I tell you,
Had
I'm
ribs for
following.
lunch.
I'm following your plan there. Basically, my chest workout's the same exact as yours. I do 4 exercises. I do a
All
bench
in one
press.
day?
Yeah.
And I can tell you it's not the exact same as
Oh, okay,
mine.
well, I do chest press. I do 5 sets of 5. I'm trying and doing the fast up and slow down. You know, on the
Yeah.
and when I was working out before, I could not get my body to get sore. I'm sore as fuck.
Oh yeah, it sounds it.
Ah,
Yeah. I do, if I go do chest day, I'm doing 2 different exercises, sometimes 3 for chest on a day, but never 4.
You know, I do those floor raises there with resistance bands. I do
Yeah.
the chest flies. And I also do an incline. Yeah, I'm gonna do it till I'll switch it up week to week. I was just going through see what weights I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lot lower weights though, because
What?
you're holding perfect form. I'm using lower weights and getting.
Huh? To me, I always find that funny. And I'm not disparaging what you're saying, but I kind of am. Because people always sit there and say perfect form, perfect form. If you're throwing up dumbbells, and I've seen people do it before where they throw their weight up and they're throwing, the part of the exercise that matters is the letting it down.
Yep.
It's not the lifting it. So, yes, you can sit there and do
Swing it up.
perfect form one day, but another day you should go in. If you don't have a spotter, you should be swinging those arms. Get the weight up and then bring it down slow. 'Cause
Definitely. I was going to say
resistance
those last reps, everything's off. You keep it. as
the
perfect
negative
as long as you can,
resistance
and
on the heavy set is what counts. I mean, sometimes I'll swing my arm up because I'm doing like 70-pound dumbbells on curls. And this guy will be like, you shouldn't swing your arms. I'm like, yeah, you fucking get the negative without swinging your arm.
Yeah, you're not going to be able
Meanwhile,
to
I
come
look at
down
the guy
unless
and
you
he's
get
doing
up.
30s. I'm like, please, with 30s, I could fucking spin him in my hand like a fucking top. Yeah. I mean, I sit there with 30s. I could sit there and do front delts and stuff. I could spin them, throw them, and catch them. It's like, that's not, I mean, so I'm just trying to like I said, I just try to put the max weight on and get it out. And by the way, if anybody plays Zero Build on Fortnite, you're more than welcome to jump into our group and try to help us kill the 8-year-old community of players that happen to play Zero Build.
The kids are just going to get younger. Pretty soon, you're going to be 5-year-olds.
Right. Before you know it, they're going to be.
Well, this
We're going to be
video's
playing
not
with
getting
aborted
monetized.
fetuses.
Yeah, this video's not getting monetized.
Right.
oh my god.
So there's a guy from Guitar World, Jeff. I think you met him at NAMM. Blah. John, did you meet him at NAMM, Jeff from Guitar World or Guitar Player?
Which Jeff?
He watches the channel. Told you he watched the channel.
Oh
Is it?
yeah.
So he's been sending me Guitar Worlds and Guitar Player magazine.
Oh, okay.
And I'll tell you, as far as the magazines, other than them being thinner, like way less ads than they used to have from
What does
back
Jakey
in the-
Lee have to do with this?
Jakey Lee?
Thinner.
Oh, thinner. Yeah, exactly. They're
Jeff
much.
Gilbert?
Oh, there he is. Jeff's there. So the magazine. I was bringing it up for a reason, Jeff. Yeah. Oh, you meant Matt at NAMM. Okay, it was Matt, not John. God, I'm an idiot. So, you might know him anyways because.
I don't think so.
I am a paid
All right.
subscriber to both.
Oh, you are.
You're the one. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Oh, but there's a guitar out there I saw, and it was like $349. It was SB something. Jeff, maybe you know what it is. I was curious if anyone played those, and is that like a Chinese-made guitar or Indonesia? But I've seen them advertise, and I'm like, where are they getting the money to advertise these in this magazine?
SB something? Yeah, I don't know.
Jeff, you would know. You do the advertise. It's like in the first few pages, there's like, they look like Strat-shaped bodies. They're super Strats, I would call them.
Which issue?
And when I say super strats, I mean it in the term of I'm an old Jewish lady going, it's super. It's super.
Is it like an Amazon special?
No, they look pretty nice. I mean, but I see them advertising, and I'm like, man, they're getting $350 for these guitars or something like that. And no, I don't think it was Guitar Fetish. I thought it was like some guy's name, SB, Steve Baker, Sean Baker.
Sean
that's
Baker's the carnivore guy.
Jim
Sean
Richels?
Baker.
That's who it was.
I'm opening
Who?
up my new issue of
Jim
Guitar
Richards?
Fetish.
No, I don't think that's what it was.
Oh, Jim
Let me
Richels.
It's
see.
like in the first 2 or 3 pages.
Yeah, I'm in the new
Is it the
issue
Richie
now.
Sambora cover?
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It was like in the first. It was right before the table of contents.
No, before the table of content. Well, yeah, right, I'm before the table of contents. What do you
Steve Brown? That could be it.
got? From mile to
Oh,
mile.
from
Why'd you say
Bristol?
Jeff's right? Jeff never said Steve Brown.
SBS guitars.
SBS, all right.
SBS, Solid Adler and Poplar Body.
Oh, Steve Brown
Brown
sound. There we go.
Yeah.
Brown Sound.
Yeah, Steve
SBS.
Brown
Thank you,
sound.
Jimmy Ray.
I am
All
unfamiliar.
guitars are shipped from our climate control facility in Sarasota, Florida. It's hot and pissy every fucking minute in Florida.
Rick Rhymes, I just want to say, baby, kind of toe in the line. A horrible song, but yes, I
Hey,
loved it as a kid. It was like 6th grade for me.
They
or
look
7th.
nice. They look like nice guitars.
Yeah, they look. And what does it say for the price?
The Super Strat, well, they got one called the Custom Series is $259. They got
$259.
they got an offset for $379, and then they got another showroom series for $359. Fuck.
Okay, he's saying that's distributed by Guitar Fetish, which I have no idea. What is Guitar Fetish like a parts site?
Well, let's go to guitarfetish.com.
Hodgepodge says brown shower fetish. That's actually funny.
Steve Brown sound 80s fucking thing had to change the menu, fuckers. And there's no way to change it back.
So now when somebody comes up to you and goes, "I'm looking for that brown sound," do you want the brown sound or the Steve Brown sound?
Terrible.
Played through
That's
the Waffle Stomp amplifier.
Showroom series, vintage series,
Rock
custom
Daddy.
series. And of course, every schmuck on YouTube has made a video.
Oh, that's the guy that did Ace Frehley's record. Oh, that's Howie's buddy,
Who?
Steve Brown.
Well, Howie's got to get us a discount.
He said that guy did most of Ace's last record.
Speaking of Howie, he's playing at Foxwoods this month. Well, well, I looked at tickets. It's like $200-something. I'm not doing that to see Winger.
These are nice.
Foxwoods is charging $200 to see Winger.
Yeah, the only tickets I could find. I can't find anything direct through the box office.
You just got to go down there.
Yeah, just go down.
The neck is roasted flame maple.
Like
Yeah.
I said, they
That
look
goes to
nice.
show you. They tried making it seem like roasted maple was such an upcharge. It really doesn't cost them that much to.
Well, if they're going to milk for a fucking penny, they'll do it for a year or two.
I mean, that Volgola back there has roasted maple. That was $100.
Oh, I know. Hodgepodge, when you watch the Quartering, I don't know if any of you guys watch the Quartering. It's this
Yeah.
guy that does news. And he's always selling coffee brand coffee.
Huh.
And it's like, yeah, we know you're not growing the coffee. This is just like OEM manufacturing. I could go get my name on a. How many people here want Dave's Guitar Channel coffee? Let me tell you somebody who doesn't want it. This guy. I'm drinking fucking Downtown Roasters coffee. That's the best shit on the
when you're wearing
planet.
your hat though that says Dave's Coffee.
Well, that's Dave's Coffee down in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I never even had it. One of my students gave me that. But I don't know if what is Guitar Fetish? Let's ask Jeff. Are they making their own guitars, or are they basically just branding? Are they OEM'd? Well, obviously they're OEM'd, but
Yeah.
What is OEM?
Original
some
equipment
a manufacturer is making it out in one of the one of
Probably-
the Asian states.
Probably Indonesia.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are looking to make guitars in Pattaya, Thailand, or not. That place is just like a. There's a bunch of YouTube videos about the vacationing in Pattaya.
Yeah, it's just.
Is that where people go to get lady boys?
Yeah.
It's well, you can. It seems like there's a lot of elderly Australian gentlemen that like going there.
Ah, I see.
Ooh, that type of town.
Yeah, his father was the founder of Rockabilly. Oh,
This is
Zach Wild
interesting.
has a coffee. The drummer Joey Kramer from Aerosmith has a coffee.
Oh yeah, all these guys.
Yeah, it's like everyone's getting coffee. Hey, we
Coffee,
make our own.
hot sauces, barbecue sauces.
Right, and they're just going to the same fucking farms.
Like
It's the same thing in the cigar business. You're either in the cigar business or you're just going and, hey, go blend this for me and put my label on it. I mean, there are some real people that go and blend it, like Dunbarton is great, but
Yeah, Slash's vodka is probably fucking pop off.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
really
these people are not going to the farms or the facilities.
right.
Their agent is organizing all of this on their behalf.
It's like
Yeah.
I like
And they're
tequila,
collecting
but one of the most overrated one is Sammy Hagar's tequila. Overpriced and
Like, if I'm going to use some hair gel, I'm going to use the one that's endorsed by Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, Murray's.
boom, 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 boom.
I don't know. I'm a Dapper Dan man myself.
Ooh, you love Old Brother Oratao.
It's a yeah.
Great movie.
I don't
It's
think you
fantastic.
do though.
Oh, I love it.
Or is it RL?
It's RL that doesn't
He's
care for it.
convinced. Yeah, I believe
What's
he's
not to
convinced
like
that
about it?
George Clooney does not work in a comedic role.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Well,
I love
think
everybody in
the fact that he kind of looks lost in the comedic role adds to the comedy.
Yeah, I like him in that movie. I have no problem with him there. Yeah, Guitar Fetish looks like the website's nice and flashy. I'm looking at it right now. It's all probably cheaper because there's no middleman. They're just manufacturing it in China,
Mm-hmm.
selling it direct,
Right.
and I'm sure it's probably also
Yeah, I do have a slip
budget
guitar. I
budget
took a little
product to
setting
begin
up.
with.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's this what you would, if not better or just as good as the garbage that, and I call it garbage, but I just mean inexpensive price stuff that Krellbar's buying.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they
So
have.
funny.
It's amazing what they can make for $150 fucking nowadays. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Yeah, when you're hiring slave labor.
Yeah, slavery gets shit done.
that's right. That's
Meanwhile, you can buy a
build
guitar
countries on the
made in
backs of
Japan.
that.
You can buy a guitar made in China for $150, or get your family McDonald's dinner for a night.
Yeah, exactly.
I know how gnarly is that.
You hear about the $5 value meals? How there's franchises start? They advertise it as $5 meals and they're charging $13 for it.
It's unbelievable.
It's like, yeah, corporate's getting down on them right now. It's like, what the fuck? You can't do that.
Big Rock Candy Mountain Song. Don't know what that is. John misspelled. Have you heard of Badland Guitars?
That's Tone King's joint effort with someone.
Oh, it's another influencer.
Oh, it's a
brand.
YouTube guys.
Yeah, and it's kind of high priced too. I mean,
Yeah. Oh,
don't-
yes.
I'm sure they're made well. I do not like the designs on them.
Yeah. Remember we talked about it, and I said coming next week, the Gladlands from Glary.
Yeah. There is so much of people wanting to get into that game.
After Chapman,
And I think it's a bigger commitment than people really understand, number one. And number two, it's what are you doing that's so different? I think Badlands, which was a pretty good idea, they wanted to bring back a lot of the 80s vibe to guitars. I just think they did it at a really high sticker.
Yeah.
and
Forget what they're
the
asking.
guitars could have been a lot simpler. And but that's neither here nor there.
And the
A
paint
lot of the
jobs,
problem
too.
for me is my guitars are so player specific. Like I use the tall stainless frets, I have the scalloping on the high things, and the pickups I use. Therefore, when it comes to another brand of guitars, I honestly don't give a shit. Like I wish everybody the best. I mean, Fender, keep making what you're making. I wish you the best. I won't buy one, but it's whatever. I get
solid
amazed
red.
at how many people buy, like, I need a new Strat, and it's like the same shit. I don't know. I just don't relate to it, I guess.
They're sold out of that one with the stripes on it, but just for a solid red, and nothing really special about it. It's like $2,500 fucking dollars. It's like,
Goodness.
AC/DC has their
yeah,
own
they
bourbon.
made in the USA.
Yeah, to me, it's silly. Like, what are you putting your name into AC/DC? There's a company called Buffalo Trace in Kentucky. They've been making it for hundreds of years.
This is
I'm going to
just
buy a bottle of bourbon from AC/DC.
Yeah.
We heard Australian
Try
midgets
finding
make the
Buffalo
best.
Trace, though. Only a few bars have it, and I cannot find it in any liquor stores. Yankee doesn't carry it anymore. It's been like allocated.
We heard that people who stand taller than 5'3" can't produce good bourbon.
People with more than 3 teeth can't produce good bourbon.
Fucking hell. Like, what do they get into the whole? I mean, I guess Sammy Hagar was way ahead of the curve, right? With a Cabo Wabo.
Yeah.
oh, for sure.
But I think he bought the facility. Didn't he buy the brewery?
He did it right. All this stuff.
He actually
is
bought
Yeah,
the
right.
place.
But the tequila is not that good in the grand scale. I'll take 1,800.
So
over.
Metallica they don't own their own whiskey. I think Metallica did a joint thing as well because they did it with cigars. And I got to
Yeah,
tell you,
yeah.
folks, I have been very harsh on Metallica's M81 cigar. I thought it was absolutely terrible. No flavor, horrible. However, as part of one of the cigar clubs that I belong to, Metallica, they have the Metallica Shade, which is a Connecticut wrapper, but it was a strong cigar. I got to tell you, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Metallica made a good cigar.
What was the price point?
It's good. I'm just saying it was a good cigar. I'll tell everybody because I'll tell everybody when
what was the
somebody
price
does a.
point?
Oh, it's like $10. I'll tell anyone right now. The cigar, when it's bad, I'm going to tell you if you make a bad cigar or I didn't like it. Maybe it's my opinion, whatever. However, that Metallica Shade cigar, fantastic.
Have you ever tried the Punch Chop Suey?
I
know you
love
like
it.
Yeah, I may get that from Cigar. They've got that on Cigar Page. They don't have the spring rolls.
Yeah, spring rolls I like better. I had a really good punch the other day. I can't remember which one it was, but it was really good. It was another one of the Asian takeout thing. Shane
that's the
Fortin says Phil McKnight removed himself from the Badlands situation for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I've never found out.
Well, he actually ran a music store, so he probably saw a sinking ship before it actually went under.
Yeah, I don't know because honestly, and I'm not saying this in any form of ego, I don't watch other people's channels when it comes to guitar stuff. Sometimes I watch Glenn. You got
I watch Glenn.
the Canadian dude who does the
yeah.
mixing and stuff. Sometimes he comes in my feed and I watch him. There's also the heavy set guy that kind of reminds me of Bingham that loves the rectifier beards and guitar.
Duff?
I don't know what his name is.
Duff, yeah.
He does the
Beards, riffs, and
overpriced.
guitars.
Yeah, sometimes I watch him. Other than that, I'm not watching any guitar. I watch a lot of jazz piano.
What's his name? Pat Flaherty. Flannery.
I like Pat
Yeah, yeah.
Finity.
Pat Finley. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to
He
him.
did a video about Billy Joel stealing like all these different styles. He's not wrong about some stuff, but some stuff he's wrong about because
But he's just
he
having
says
fun.
Billy Joel's like imitating Mick Jagger when he does Big Shot. And Billy Joel's openly said that song he originally wrote for Mick Jagger, and he's imitating Mick Jagger.
But I agreed with them. Pressure. Who's he imitating? You can't figure it. And that's it. That's actually a Billy Joel. I like that song.
It's a good song, but there's a million songs that were original.
Well, the thing is, you get the arguments of Elton John and Billy Joel.
I don't think he sounds anything like Elton.
No,
He
I'm
writes
just
real
saying,
songs. Elton's a
between
little
the
bit
two,
more ethereal.
there's those arguments. Well, who you like better, Elton John, Billy Joel? I say I like Paul Simon better than both of them.
Yeah, well, that's like saying, what do you like better, Town Spa Pizza or Pizzeria Regina in Boston? And your response is, I like steak. Who cares? Well, what's the difference between the two? Paul Simon is fantastic. I like him better than Elton John. But let me talk to this about who's better. Let's put it this way. You're on a desert island. You can take one album from either Elton John or Billy Joel. Whose album do you take, and which one is
Billy
it?
Joel, the greatest hits, volume 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm with Joe. I was gonna say Billy Joel. I like more Billy Joel songs, and they're not.
John?
I'd probably take something from Elton John, but I might just go swimming.
You're gonna drown.
I don't. I don't give a shit about
Neil
Billy
Bambury
Joel.
says The Stranger. I
don't.
appreciate the way I asked it. Thank you, Neil.
Yeah.
John, you don't like either one. Yeah, I can
No,
honestly say
Elton John's fine, Billy Joel's fine, but like, I don't have the Northeast connection to Billy Joel. I wasn't force fed it when I was a kid, so for me, it's like,
Elton John, Billy Joel is definitely, if you're from New England or
Plus, I
New
love the
York,
cock.
you like cock. So for me, it would be I would take Everett Says Madman Across the Water. It's a good album. I got to tell you, side 1 is very strong. Side 2 is not so good for me, in my taste.
Well, if
I
it's
think
not
side
greatest
2 is
hits,
what?
If it's not greatest hits, Billy Joel, like me and Joe picked, I'd have to look up the album to see.
No
what songs
one's
on the
taking
album.
greatest hits are for grandmothers and babysitters. We're
And
men.
people that
You
don't know
pick a
Billy
number.
Joel albums, I know songs.
First of all, I would take Turnstiles for Billy Joel. Second, I would take The Stranger. And third, I would take 52nd Street. After that,
Let's see.
I don't know.
Turnstiles.
Elton
What's on
John,
Turnstiles?
I would either go, I mean, he has a double album, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I think Tumbleweed Connection is probably one of his best albums. And I do like, Don't Shoot Me is pretty good. But I have to say, Billy Joel for me. For me, Turnstiles is an album I don't think Elton has an album better than Turnstiles. And I will say, I don't think Paul Simon has an album as good as Turnstiles. Now, I do love There Goes Ryman Simon, and I do love
Still crazy.
Still Crazy After All These Years is a great record. Graceland is good. I love Paul Simon. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I think he's awesome. Awesome. I got to tell you. So, John, you're from Michigan. Now, when you grew up,
Yeah.
was Jay Giles' band a popular band, or were they only known for Centerfold by the time you were growing up?
No, they had a few songs on the radio, but it was like a classic rock radio station staple.
Right. What about House Party? You ever hear House? It ain't nothing but, or Detroit Breakdown?
Yeah, that I've heard. I think. Yeah, I think I know a few things from them. What we got force fed growing up would have been Nugent, Bob Seger, and even though he wasn't from Michigan, they couldn't put enough John Mellencamp on the fucking radio. So that would be like the Michigan upbringing would be those three, like constantly.
You want to hear John Mellon Cougar overload?
Melon Cougarhead.
Mellon Cougar grew up in Indiana.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Echoing
So,
through the cornfields.
Yeah, Cougar. I find all that Cougar. Like, I'm not I think the album with Cherry Bomb was okay. Other than that, I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah.
But Jay Giles was on the radio the other day. I listened to a mix of stuff, and there was like 2 songs back to back, and I was like, I know why this band never had huge success, except for Angel is the Centerfold. This motherfucker can't sing. He's terrible. Peter Wolf is just. I was listening to a song called Teresa. His voice on that song is so bad. I'm like, can we go back and tune it before we put it out on the radio again?
Is he
It's
actually
horrendous.
singing though? It's like he's not even singing.
Oh, and then and I love like Just One Last Kiss, but his voice is terrible.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to not going to. Someone's asking, did you hear a lot of Russian Triumph? Oh, Ricky's saying he did because he grew up in Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know how much Triumph I was force fed. I think
You're too young.
I grew up with like Lay It on the Line and Magic Power. Those were on the radio.
I love Magic Power.
But
I like Fight the Good Fight.
Fight the Good Fight's
A
great.
lot of-
Never Surrender's great.
Yeah.
definitely a lot of Rush. Yeah, they play a lot
Christopher
of Rush.
Valdez. Yeah.
They were good about that.
Apparently, she can't sing either. Thank you.
Who?
Faye Dunaway.
Was Faye
That wasn't
Dunaway?
Faye Dunaway in the movie 3 Days of the Condor.
She may have
Isn't-
been. I don't remember.
It's her and Robert Redford. Great movie, by the way.
She was in the King
Barfly
Kong
with Mickey
remake.
Rourke.
She complained in the movie because she's supposed to be upset about Robert Redford making a pass at her, and she's like, "How am I going to be mad if Robert Redford makes a pass at me?" Christopher Valdez says Faye looks like Mickey Rourke. Peter Wolf tried to act like Mick Jagger. Yeah, but Jagger could sing on record. And I have to say, I've seen the Stones live twice in 2006. And live, he was awesome one show, and another show he wasn't good. But Peter Wolf on record, man, it was what's that song? Teresa. And then there was another song, and I'm like, this guy is awful. Awful. They would have been a much bigger band if they had a different singer, I think. Even Love Stinks, when you think about it, he really does just talk. All I can say. And then he had that solo song.
Lights out.
Lights out. Dance.
Dance. Lights out. Lights out.
Is that guy
That
still
was a
alive?
very popular song at
In-
highway restrooms, rest areas. Do you guys ever see Something About Mary?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Highway rest areas are homosexual play. He's like, what? Well, that's our time.
Is Peter Wolf still alive?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I had a buddy that went to Berkeley and he auditioned for his band.
What is it?
I said I had a buddy who was going to Berkeley in Boston, and he auditioned for Peter Wolf was having auditions for his new
Oh
band.
yeah, Peter Wolf used to live. So when I was like in the late '80s working in Boston, I know he was hanging out. I used to see him all the time in Cambridge, and everyone was like making a big deal, and I'm just like, oh, that's Peter Wolf. Oh yeah, that's good. We know him
Looks
here.
like a
Nobody
heroin
else knows him. I think Triumph was underrated three-piece band, although they were a spin-off of Rush. I don't think they were a spin-off of Rush at all.
They're from Canada. They were a trio, and he had a high voice. That was the only similarity.
You automatically get pigeonholed in being a copy.
Yeah, but Gil Moore was a good singer. I thought he was good, the drummer.
Yeah, he sang a lot of the songs.
Yeah, I'm a fool for your love. Fool for Your Love was good.
Speaking of bad singers, how does Joe Jackson go and become like ultra mega famous? That dude stinks.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
It's
know
a
that you
unique
would call
voice.
him ultra mega famous.
I don't know, man. I still to this day hear that stupid fucking song that. Bum, 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 bum.
I love breaking out.
I
Stepping out.
can't
Stepping
sing a
out,
note and key inside this song. The
I
whole.
also
the
love Is She
whole
Really
song.
Going Out with him?
I love Joe
he-
Jackson.
In that
And
song,
Got the
he
Time
is
that
so-
Anthrax
he so
covered is
pitchy.
awesome.
Yep. Ticking in my head. Ticking in
That
my
dude's
head.
pitchy as shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awful.
I'll tell you, I watched an interview recently with Thomas Dolby talking about making the first album. There's a guy, a lot of people don't realize. I mean, Thomas Dolby's first 3 albums are fantastic, where I think the first album's a 9. The second album is probably an 8. And the third album, Aliens Ate My Buick, is a 10. That album is incredible. And nobody knows that album, but it's great. Yeah, I like Joe Jackson too. I used to love on the radio. You gotta catch me on the
He actually
radio.
used one of the songs in a Burger King commercial. Was it one more time? One more time.
Oh yeah, one more time. I thought you were gonna be. You can't get what you want
Yeah, that was
till you order what you want. They should do. They should.
your way.
Why is Burger King telling me I rule? At BK, have it your way. You rule. Yeah, thanks, dickhead.
I feel like
got the money.
I feel like Burger King in the grand scheme of the fast food chains is looked upon as being like the worst.
Easily. Although I think
I have
Wendy's is really
have them
fighting
over
for that
Wendy's.
slot.
As far as that 2021, I have them over Wendy's.
Oh,
What
back when
about
I
Jack in the Box?
back when I would eat more fast food, Wendy's was the jam.
Yeah,
Well,
Wendy's
we-
has gone way downhill. But
we actually
Jack
had
in the
Jack in the
Box has
Box in
always been
Woonsocket.
terrible.
Yeah, Jack in
We
the
actually
Box
had
is
Jack and
garbage.
Box and Woonsocket in the 70s.
Yeah. In fact, the ultimate
Now they're all West
cheeseburger
Coast.
is questionable whether it's ultimate or a cheeseburger. It's terrible.
So gross.
Terrible.
We need to get an In-N-Out up here.
In-N-Out is a really good burger. I think
yeah.
Shake Shack. If you have a Shake Shack near you, great burger.
Yeah, just take out a loan and get up
Now
there.
we just have
No,
five
you know,
guys
if
up
you're
there.
carnivore and you just order the patties, you're getting away with 2 patties for $5.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I didn't believe it either till RL fucking took a picture of the receipt and sent it to me.
No way. That
Yeah.
surprises me.
That was in the marina.
Me and RL will go to like Fat Burger and do a carnivore order, and for each of us it'll be like $30.
Yeah.
What's going on? It's just insanity.
Oh no,
Everything's
McDonald's.
gotten so
It's
expensive.
for me. It's like $6 if I order like no, it's $10. I'll order like 5 patties. It's like $2 a patty.
Ooh, Neil Banbury brings up Culver's, home of the Butter Burger. That's a
I've heard
Wisconsin
of them, but
staple.
never seen them. I don't think we have money.
And I think I went to a Culver's before. Chick-fil-A. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, well, it's a good chicken sandwich. I mean, like, I'm not
I
sure who
don't
makes
think
a
so.
better one.
Shake
Yeah,
Shack has a better chicken sandwich.
Oh,
I don't get the whole Chick-fil-A thing, man. It seems like there's always a line into the street for the drive-through on that.
Yeah.
they have a
Yeah.
very efficient drive-through, though. It's like they've got people out in the lines and stuff. You see a
Yeah, but
line
they're
there, but
fucking-
it moves like nothing.
They're not going to make you wait for garbage. I mean, honestly, when you go to In-N-Out Burger, sometimes it's super busy, sometimes it's not, but that's a good burger.
If I ever gone over my pet peeve of these fast food places now, always having somebody standing outside with a tablet trying to take your order before you can ever even get to the fucking menu.
That's the Chick-fil-A method.
Chick-fil-A
Yep.
and In-N-Out, they all
Yeah.
but now they all do it now. And it's like, can't
That
I
was the
have
business
some
model.
anonymity? Can't I have some anonymity in my shame?
Yeah,
No,
really
I
have
mean,
to wait.
honestly, yeah, In-N-Out, everybody in Los Angeles gone to In-N-Out 100 times. The menu has 2 items and everyone's ordering off the secret menu.
Right. Well, In-N-Out, that's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just find it like really annoying that you go
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
And
they come to your car
they-
and you have you.
Yeah, they catch you 30 feet before you get to the menu. You're like, what am I don't fucking know.
Cheech says he went to Shake Shack just opened. The chicken sandwich, the crispy chicken sandwich, and the burgers there are great.
Ruby Tuesday, Haji Podge. When Ruby Tuesday was around, the only burger I liked on there was a triple prime burger. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, there's a place in Los Angeles called Ruby's Diner, and I know a bunch of them closed, but there's still a few open. They had, in my opinion, the best burger in LA.
Oof.
But
I
oh, they were so good, greasy, cheesy,
It was very
meaty, cheese. What's that commercial? Meaty, cheesy, meaty, cheesy.
Oh,
don't know.
Hamburger helper.
I don't know what it is.
The
No,
cheese,
no, it's like
macaroni.
some.
Oh,
maybe it's
Taco Bell.
No, that would be no.
The best is this joint in Santa Monica called Hole in the
Stouffer's.
Wall Burger. Matt, you ever go to Hole in the Wall Burger? Are you
No,
familiar with
remember
that? Yeah, it was in Santa Monica. They had one thing that was incredible, and it was called a pot roast burger. And what they literally did is made a cheeseburger with a big thick patty and then
Uh-huh.
a big fat sliced pot roast over top of it. It's just unreal.
There was a place on the corner of San Vicente and Bundy, I think it was, Burger Lounge.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. There's a bunch of those now.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's over by like where the old, like really close to like the Mezzaluna where the OJ waiter worked. Yeah.
Right across the street. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And it was like across from, what is it, Cheesecake Factory across the street, across San
That's
Vicente?
farther down. It's right across. It's on that corner where there's a Whole Foods. And then
Oh,
there's-
right.
You know what I haven't seen in a while is an umami burger. That was a thing.
Umami.
Umami burger.
Just
What
put
about,
the
have you been to
MSG on it.
Heavy Handed, John?
No, but RL goes on and on and on about it.
I know. He went
I
there
have
with
not.
Sal the other day, and
I
All
have not-
American Burger has closed, as far as I know. When I was in LA, there was only one. It was the one that actually was the one in the movie. It was in Fast Times. It was on Sunset by Fairfax, really close to Guitar Center. You guys familiar with that All American Burger was?
Yeah, Fast Times.
If you go up Fairfax, take a right on Sunset. It was right there on the right-hand side. It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Not around anymore.
But of course, I had to go in
You had a
because
hell of a piss, Arnold.
I wanted to see if Dennis Taylor still worked there. Is there a problem?
Green pepper, onion, green pepper and onion burgers.
We have All American Burger in Massapequa. You're in Massapequa, Cold Roses?
Who's Cold Roses? Oh, he's one of the yeah. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Massapequa is where my singer was from, on Long Island. Actually, how close to you to New Hyde Park? Supposedly there's a pizza place there that I hear good things about, Humberto's. Oh, Babylon. Babylon. That's me
think I've
singing
been to
Avalon.
Humberto's.
Yeah.
Mow the lawn.
What, you have?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Yeah,
it's on
no,
it's
I
on the
do that.
island, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when I was working for Korg that Andy Rossi was going on and on like, oh, we got to go there. It's the best.
That's what I hear.
I
How
think
was
we
it?
went there.
And it wasn't the best.
It
You've never
was-
talked about it.
It was very good New York pizza. That's all I know. Oh.
Oh, Cold Roses says meh.
People are talking about the Crazy Town singer dying. That's right.
Yeah, 49 years
Shifty.
old.
Who's Shift? Is that the, who's Shifty?
Shifty. Well, I don't know. I think that's this guy's stage name.
Oh, he did an appearance at Norm's Ray Guitars last year. He looked horrible, says Christopher Valdez.
Yeah, literally. First of all, worst band ever.
Who?
I didn't ever even heard of him.
Crazy Town.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had one song that was
The
a hit.
one hit that was like a rap rock hit. It was awful. And this guy loved the meth.
Oof.
Oh yeah, yeah. He looks it.
Oh yeah,
Got the,
big fan of the
got
old
the tats
crystal
on his
meth.
face and neck, and
Oh baby.
Seth
he did.
Binzer is his name.
Yeah, do you remember
What they
that
call-
song that was like "Come, my lady, come, my lady," something, something, sugar.
I'm the butterfly, sugar.
Come
baby.
to
Yeah,
Butthead.
that was that.
I never heard it.
Yeah. Oh, you're lucky. You're
yeah,
better.
you heard it.
You're better
Good.
for it.
I don't. Maybe I did. Forgot
You're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
it. Shifty Piano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the radio, so I can tell you. The only thing I'm listening.
Outside of Circle Bar, you heard that fucking song.
Oh, funny.
It's
It's
that
about-
old.
It's like
Yeah,
30
early
30 years
2000s,
old, yeah.
right? Like
Oh,
03,
oh.
04 maybe, something like that. And then on top of that, like any movie from like any like the high school movies, you know, from that era would have that fucking song in it.
I see.
Any
Came
movie
out
that would also
1999.
feature "Hey Now," you're an
99.
all-star.
99. Crazy Town Butterfly.
All right, I'll look it up.
Anyway, yeah, he'd be dead.
Don't bother, it sucks.
Yeah, you're not gonna enjoy yourself. I wouldn't bother.
Yeah.
But
You
you've
get
heard
more of a kick out of looking up a picture of this guy to see the meth damage.
Cold Roses is saying in L.A. El Burrito Jr. in Redondo. PCH near Avenue B. That place I don't know. There was what was the one in Marina Del Rey? Was that El Tarasco? El Tarasco is great if you want to have El Diarrero.
I left my wallet in El Tarasco.
I don't
Gotta
know.
get it.
Yeah, I don't know that place.
But it's funny that Joe says that because I always thought the best Mexican place in LA was in El Segundo,
Gotta
a
get
place
it.
called the La Serena Grill. And it was all like really clean tasting Mexican food. It wasn't like the refried beans was sitting there for 9 months.
and crust on them.
Yeah, with the crust in. Well, add more cheese so you don't notice that this is going to have a crunch to it.
You want the burrito
I
bowl?
imagine
No,
you-
that's later.
I imagine you ordering food like they did in Fight Club, a clean food.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
you
you know,
may not
I'll tell you
want
the
the
best.
soup,
There's a
dude.
place
No
in
soup.
LA called Paquito Mas.
That's the best burrito
Period.
for sure. For
No
sure.
question.
Oh man, me
There
and
is
RL
no
used to
question.
go to Paquito Mas after we'd play golf all the time.
It's the best burrito in LA, period.
There's a place in Woonsocket over here, Burrito Company. They had a really, really good burrito. They
Dave,
closed
did
down.
you ever go to La Cabana?
Oh sure.
La Cabana on Lincoln and Rose.
Yeah, I used to go there like every night after.
I used to always get the Pachugas de Angel.
I got the chili Colorado.
Taco,
Nice.
taco,
Yeah, that place was
taco,
good.
taco,
I
taco.
call that's like a middle of the road. It was good. It was very
Yeah.
good in the traditional type
Yeah.
of Mexican. When you expect what Mexican food's going to taste like, it was a very good version of that.
Yep, for sure.
And they had the
But it was open until like 2 a.m.
the
and that's what
mariachi
made it
guys going
special.
table to table if you went on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
If it was your birthday.
No, they would. You go
Oh.
Saturday nights and there's 3 guys walking around singing at every table.
And they
Give
made
me your money. All they were saying is hand me all your dinero in Spanish.
They made
That's right.
they made their own tortillas though too.
Yeah.
That's all it takes to have like a great burrito. If they make the burrito in house fresh. I mean, that's why Paquito Mas is so freaking good.
They're making the tortillas in front of you while you're ordering it.
100%. You
Mm,
take a
that's
bite
all
out of it, and the tortilla.
Corn or
You
flour?
don't have to tear the tortilla like
Flour.
an old fucking rawhide.
Oh, I like the corn
know?
tortillas.
Krell, not only are they making the tortilla in front of you, the chicken, they're giving you like a pound of chicken or 2 pounds of chicken into this burrito. It is just packed with meat.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's insane.
Tornado.
You had me at Meat Tornado, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Swanson.
What about I mean, it's not a great restaurant, but one of the places I always had to hit is because it's one of the first places I went when I moved to LA was the Big Tommy's on Santa Monica and what is that cross street? Right there where that Best Buy is.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Pico.
Pico, yeah.
Yeah, that's on Pico and
Sawtell.
Pico and
Pico and
Sawtell.
Sawtell, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had these great breakfast burritos, man.
Oh, I know that place.
Yeah.
Get a side of diarrhea.
No.
Hodgepodge is saying a good Mexican restaurant across the street from Disneyland called Acapulco. Acapulco was just a branded of El Torito. Wasn't bad, but it's El Torito.
There's a lot of
Guadalajara's.
Mexican food in this town.
Oh, Guadalajara's.
You know,
Guadalajara's.
I mean, geez.
There used to be a place in Boston called Guadalajara's.
That's a
And
good name.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. In fact, my 21st birthday was the first bar I drank at and got margarita legally was at Guadalajara's. El Compadre on Sunset. You know what used to be really good on Sunset was Toy.
TOI.
TOI. There was a Toy on Sunset and there was a Toy on Wilshire. The Wilshire one closed and became a Rhode Island pizza place. But the one on Sunset, I mean, they were good. It was a Thai restaurant, but I thought it was very good.
There's a place that Deemer and Flo took me to once. Like in
Describe same.
in like downtown LA somewhere. It was it was bananas. It was excellent. I have a feeling that, like, coining, Paquito Mas the best, this or that is, you're probably going to get some pushback from the Mexican community all over East LA where we've never ventured into. You know what I mean?
I don't want to disparage the Mexican community. However, a country like Mexico doesn't make any sense that at the state of the country, how does it yield so many cleaning ladies out of there?
There's a factory.
Cleaning ladies and gardeners.
They're all
Folks,
robots.
I'm stealing the Pitbull of comedy, and I'm blanking on his name, but that's his joke. What the hell's his name? Who's the Pitbull of comedy?
Jeff Ross?
No. Just Google the Pitbull of comedy. I'll give you.
Bobby Slayton.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's a
Bobby Slayton. Oh,
That's a
yeah, I know
Bobby
him.
Slayton joke.
How do we
says-
feel? How do we
He's
feel
like, if
about
the
the
Mexican
fact that-
women that come over here just cleaned up one item before they left the country, the place wouldn't be so bad.
How do we feel about the
gotta be-
fact that Mexico's current president is now a Jewish lady?
Is she?
How'd that happen?
100%. She just
And they
won the
asked
election.
her, how's the economy now? And she said, it's super. Oh, it's super.
Have tequila, have tequila.
Speaking of presidents, who's going to watch the Battle of the Retards tomorrow?
Well, I
So
wouldn't call it
the
Battle of the
Mexican
Retards. I'm a
president's
big
name-
Trump supporter.
The new president-elect is Claudia Scheinbaum.
Ooh, I love the name.
Hey, Dave,
It's a
did you see
very-
the Bible?
There,
Oh, sorry.
it could have been Hernandez. It could have been Gomez. It could have been Sanchez, but no, it's Scheinbaum. It's not the
If there was a
most,
guy running named Dirty Sanchez, you can guarantee he'd get my vote.
Shecky
He would-
Lopez.
Oh man,
How do you say super in Spanish?
Primo? Yeah, Supremo.
I don't know how do you say it. Anyone?
Uh,
Let me see if I can look it up.
How do you say what? Dirty Sanchez?
It's spelled the same. It's a super.
Oh, great. So then it's the same. Muy super. Ah, muy super.
Oh, estupendo is too.
Surprise,
Estupendo.
surprise.
Estupendo.
I want to find out if Claudia Scheinbaum has ties to the Sinaloa cartels. Turns out she's got big backing from the drugs. Probably what it takes to get elected down there.
But her last name is Pardo, though.
Oh, she's married?
It's Claudia Scheinbaum Pardo.
Yeah, that means she's married to Don Pardo.
Is Jewish heritage. She's
I'll be right back. I'm going to get Mikey into bed.
All righty. That's
He
interesting.
was born in Mexico City, but it was a Mexican Jewish family.
Very, very interesting.
She's related to Juan Epstein.
It's Juan Epstein's mom.
Now,
Maybe
now,
a note.
Mr. Carter.
I got a note from my mother.
Matt's got to dodge the puppy. What's going on there?
I thought he had a cat a second ago.
She just got
I
done
did.
licking. She just got done licking her
Oh.
asshole, and she's like, "All right, Dad, give me a kiss."
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Have you guys been following the all of the trending Hawk Tua girl memes?
Oh, Jesus. That's getting old quick.
I don't even know what it is.
Her dad's got to be fucking proud, right?
It's a teacher that's on social media basically doing the motion of spitting on the cock.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and she lost her job, and now she made millions of dollars just going viral.
I doubt if she made millions.
Yeah, she has a hat line, she has shirt line. Let's see.
How
That
could
came-
you do it that quick?
that
Didn't it
came
just
fast.
come out
Yeah, I
like a
don't
week
know.
ago?
I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. That's how out of the loop I am.
It's just some girl that was on some video, and it was some guy asking her a question about, I don't know if it was like, what's a move that keeps a man or something like that. And she just is like half drunk, and she jokingly says, "Oh, you just gotta hawk and spit on that thing." And then like that went viral.
Okay, I
That's
heard
all it
wrong.
was.
She has $65,000 worth of merchandise so far.
Yeah,
Have
it's
you seen the video with
a million there in Crowbar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, someone told me that she made millions already, but
Well, that
Yeah,
must
that-
be true.
That can't be.
Right.
hey, it had to be reliable. They had no source.
Have you seen the girl on Instagram? Like she's talking about how she went on a date with a guy, and the guy like afterwards like wouldn't return his call, and then she's like, and I thought I looked good, and then she backs up from the camera so you can see what she looks like, and she has like somewhat of a thinner face, and she looks normal. Then she gets back, and she is like a water buffalo. Have you guys?
No, but I love it.
Hold on, I'll just send it to you right now. It should be the last thing on my thing. I'll send it to me, John, on Instagram. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Hold on, where is it?
I didn't realize that
Uh,
woman was a teacher. I thought she was just like some party chick that was out,
Where the hell are you, John?
Huh?
I'm not seeing your name come up here. Hold on. Oh, there you are, John Bingham official. All right, I just sent it to you.
All right, very good.
I thought she was a
Oh,
bartender. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Like, Instagram's one of those things. They send you like same thing over and over again, and I don't know how the hell. Why? I mean, I get a lot of surprise stuff.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
John, have you seen those memes with surprise, surprise?
No.
Surprise.
John, you frozen?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the surprise one.
Yeah. No, I mean, you've seen the ones like where they have you seen that, Matt? Where they have like all the hair dye for men, and they're on a shelf in a store, and they're panning, and then they get to the one for black men, and that one's in like the lockbox. And then somebody puts this meme over it, where this girl.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm watching this video right now. Holy shnikes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're not wrong, dude.
No, she's a beast.
How does she not carry any weight in her face?
I don't know.
Because, yeah, she looks like a totally like reasonable whatever.
Right.
I mean,
she
she's
looks like a
white.
normal
That's the
sized
problem.
girl. She's talking. Her face is in the camera.
Oh
And then
my
she
God.
goes, I thought I looked good.
She backs up and she's wearing a circus tent.
What's going on? Who is this here? Hold on. Oh, that's
Speaking of big fat people, I've been listening to a shitload of
Rob.
Thin Lizzy lately,
Oh, great.
and I keep telling the band, instead of just doing covers, we should transition into a Thin Lizzy tribute band, because we got a perfect makeup for it. We would be able to do it. But then being that we're all old overweight guys, we should just call it Tin Lizzo.
Ooh,
That's my bit there.
Thin Lizzo's good or Fat Lizzy. Either way, I'm good.
Yeah.
Fat Liz.
Fat Lizzie, yeah.
Tin Lizzo. Oh, baby.
Thin Lizzo's good, though. That's a good twist.
Yeah, I like oh my God, I've been binging on Thin Lizzy all the way back to like I've listened to Fighting.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of the Scott.
Vagabonds
You
of
know,
the West
funny
End
that we're
World.
just talking about like what comes up in my feed. I watched an interview with Scott Gorham, like a 2-minute interview. Now my whole feed is filled with Scott Gorham interviews. So I watched a bunch of them, and it was interesting stuff.
Oh yeah, he and Phil were heroin buddies, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's why.
Was it Scott? I don't think it was Scott. Was it Scott or the other guy? I think it was.
No, he was.
It was
Robertson.
Gorham. He and Phil were heroin buddies, and that's why fucking Gary Moore quit the band while they were on the road, was because he was fed up with their drugs.
Yeah, it's interfering with his
Yeah.
drinking.
By the way, Gary Moore, I get how good of a guitar player he is. That guy couldn't have worse guitar tone. I'm listening to Still Got the Blues.
Oh,
that
that
everybody
record,
talks
though,
about.
that's not.
That's not the best.
It's just it's awful.
Well, that's the production, though. I mean, that's not his tone.
Yeah, Victims
Yeah,
of
well,
the Future live. He sounds great.
His
He's
live
using-
tones were great.
He's using a JTM 45. That's a good start. But all of the distortion tones coming from a Marshall Shredmaster pedal.
Oh yeah.
Sounds
No,
like,
he used
sounds
a-
like
Well,
solid state trash.
Just that song. You listen to other songs on there, like "Oh Pretty Woman" or whatever. His lead sound on there is fucking
Well, he
stinging.
used
Yeah,
the Marshall
Hannibal
pedal.
says Black Rose. That's
Well,
a great
I-
tone.
No, that's my favorite.
I agree. All of the stuff he did in Thin Lizzy is great. But
Well, before you knock
Colors
his
of
tone,
Power is
listen
great.
to
Victims
that.
of the Future is great.
he's such a good fucking player, though.
He's great.
Goodness. He's a good singer, too.
Excellent.
What's with
Corridors of Power is my favorite by him.
Yeah,
Where
he's-
Victims of the Future is really right behind it. I love Victims of the Future. That's another great record.
End of the world.
What's the
yeah.
deal with these talented fucking musicians out there where they're good at guitar and singing?
Oh yeah, Still Got the Blues though.
leave
To me,
some
is
for the
like,
rest
hey,
of us.
let me take a Lionel Richie backing track and play over it.
yeah.
Hello,
That's what it sounds like to me.
is it me you're looking for?
Actually, I have a problem with Gary Moore's instrumental work. There's another song he does called Parisian Walkways.
Yeah.
It is basically "You Don't Have to Say You Love Me" by fucking
Dusty Springfield.
Dusty Springfield. Thank you.
That's funny.
When I said I needed you. Bad Reputation might be their best album.
Got a bad reputation.
What was the drummer's name in that band?
I like the tune "Soldier of Fortune."
On what? Thin Lizzy?
Yeah, what was the drummer's
Brian
name?
Downey.
Brian Downey.
Downey. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
Now,
good.
see, to me, I mean, outside the Gary Moore stuff, Thunder and Lightning is an amazing album.
The
Yeah, but
John
Thunder and
Sykes-
Lightning
that the
is
John Sykes record?
Sykes, yeah.
Sykes.
I think, but Bad Reputation's the main, Scott Gorham and Brian Robertson.
But I thought that was the one where Brian Robertson didn't even play on it.
That's the one
because-
after I thought when they got Downey.
No,
Snowy
Bad
White, I mean.
Reputation's the one because Gary Moore's all over Black Rose.
Uh-huh.
So Bad Reputation is the one where Brian Robertson or whatever fucked up his hand in a bar fight and couldn't record anything. So Scott.
Oh, I thought that's the one that's Black Rose.
No, Gary Moore was all over Black Rose.
Or he did the tour, not the album.
No, he did the album. He's on the album.
No, not Black Rose. The one Bad Reputation. I think he missed the tour. Again, I just started watching all these videos, so I'm like, That's a
According
puppy, huh?
to-
Yeah, she's only a year old.
wow.
Yeah,
At Travis?
according to I had just read it on like Apple Music liner notes or something for the record, but I'm reading it on what's it called right now? Wiki. And it says that Brian Robertson's only credited on 3 tracks for this record for Bad Reputation. He missed most of their previous tour and
Oh, it's just Gorham.
Yeah, I don't know how much he actually recorded, but it sounds like not much.
It's funny to me because Gorham in the interviews really talks highly about the other guy, Robertson. Says what a great player he is.
Yeah. While he's kicking him out the fucking band.
There's a video on YouTube also where Scott Gorham's playing some blues. I mean, not Scott Gorham. Brian Robertson is playing some blues stuff, and it's abysmal. It's just not good. He is no Gary Moore.
You are.
Yeah, Gary was awesome. There's some great live stuff with Gary and Scott Gorham too. Recent stuff, like right before Gary Moore died.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is footage of them both playing after Gary Moore died. I can tell you right now, it's not as interesting.
And yet, after he's
Gary
dead,
Moore's
he's
just
still the
laying
better
there.
player.
What is it, Joe?
And after he's dead, he was still the better player.
But yeah, no, Gorham's a good player. I like Gorham.
I'm joking.
Well, the thing about Gary was that, I mean, there was no like filler. That guy meant every fucking note and just played it like with intent, you know?
I mean, you're talking about Gary Moore?
Yeah.
So what's funny about Gary Moore was I got really into that album, got into him like around 82.
Mhm.
And I was probably, what was I in 82? 14 years old, playing guitar for a year. And I'm like, this fucking guy's awesome.
Yeah, starts at end of the
And then
world.
I heard Alcatraz. And it was all over for Gary Moore at that point. I still love the songs, but the playing went from, you know, the intro to End of the World, where he's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's very Les Paul playing. When I say Les Paul, like a lot of the notes are him just sliding his, and he's just sliding his hand, and he's not really playing definite notes. And then you hear Yngwie playing live Evil Eye, and you're like, yeah, stick the fork in. I mean, that was Yngwie really. I mean, people, it's so funny because today people still don't know who he is, except if you're a guitar player. Or a 13-year-old boy who fancies going to rock shows with the likes of Paul Lynde and Charles Nelson Riley. It was amazing back then what had happened. I mean, to me, I think Eddie was a big deal, but the Eddie thing, like everyone came out after Steve Vai, they all became more technically proficient. They didn't have what I call the sex appeal that Eddie had, being able to write songs and put it into a text that you could listen to. But when Yngwie came out, it was like, fuck off.
Yeah, but Yngwie can't write a song to save his life.
No, you can't. No, well, the Alcatraz songs I thought were good. That was the last time I liked them.
I like Trilogy.
Jet to Jet is awesome. General Hospital, Krina Kuri, I love.
Yes,
Karina
there
Corey.
are some good songs on Alcatraz, but overall, his solo stuff.
Oh, his solo stuff's horrendous.
I like
I am a
Trilogy.
Viking.
There's some good stuff.
John Thompson, the guy
I am
who,
a Viking.
the guy who owns Bad Cat, tells a story about when he was a young person. He was working as a studio hand at a studio, and he got tasked with basically supervising and chauffeuring Yngwie during the recording of the first Alcatraz record that they did together.
Uh-oh.
And he was instructed, you absolutely cannot let this kid drink. So he was telling me, he was like, oh, all this guy wanted to do was bug me to get him booze and get him Carl's Jr.
And donuts.
And I was like, what?
No, Yngwie don't like
He was
donuts.
like, oh yeah, I mean, he was like, you know, he was a super skinny, super tall 20-year-old or whatever he was, and he was just constantly begging me for booze. I'm like, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Apparently that was a thing. I don't know.
Well, if you listen to what came before Alcatraz, that fucking Steeler album, that shit is just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't. I'm assuming he didn't write those songs, but
Yeah, no, he was.
Ron
Yeah,
Keel.
I think they're the ones that brought him over, isn't it? Steeler brought him over.
Well, Shrapnel brought him over to
Yeah,
Mike Barney
yeah,
brought him over to play with Steeler.
Yeah, but no, was the band originally was called New England,
Mm-hmm.
and New England then became. Who were they going to get? They got somebody as a singer. Was it going to? I'm trying to think who New England was. They were starting a new band.
Oh yeah, this Hanoi Bomb here says, yeah, he's right. Steeler was the keel.
Right.
Yep,
And
Ron
Vinnie
Keel.
Vincent, I believe, was the original guitar player that was playing with those guys from New England. When I say the guys from New England, they had a band called New England, and those guys,
Yep.
Gary Shea.
You'll never
I
want to
saw an
lose
interview
you.
with Gary Shea, and I'm trying to think who they got for a singer. But that fell
Okay.
through, and then they ended up getting Graham Bonnet, and then they got what's his name? Ingve.
Well, and the only reason
Warrior was the band they were going to become.
Yes, that was what they called it. Who was the singer in Warrior?
That was John Finn left the group. Remaining 3 members: Vinnie Vincent, it doesn't say.
There is nothing worse than the first Ingve record, the song called "As Above, So Below."
It's
the one where he goes, "There's a hole in the sky. Don't ask me why, 'cause I don't know."
Oh, it's fucking
It has
hilarious.
It's rotten.
it has a great riff though.
Yeah, but how do you get?
No, I'm
past
thinking of
that? How do you
Ships
get
Have
past
Burned.
that vocal and be like, I'm okay with this vocal because
As
the
above,
riff-
far below. Isn't that the one that starts off?
No,
That's
that?
Far Beyond the Sun.
Far Beyond the
Yeah,
Sun.
Far Beyond the Sun.
and
Oh
that's-
yeah.
that one's great.
As a not the Ships Have Burned has a great riff at the beginning, and the rest of the song sucks.
Oh, that's great, Rob.
Well, now let's discuss the many ways to mispronounce his name.
Ingwe.
Everybody
It wasn't
says
even his name. What the hell was his name? It was like a normal name, wasn't it?
Yeah, Johann something.
no, that's his middle name.
Oh,
Middle
it is?
name is
Yeah,
Johan.
no, his real name is Ingve.
No, it's
Everybody
not.
would say
No,
he-
it's not.
Yes,
No,
it is.
it isn't.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
No,
it's not.
Nope. Nope. His last name is Lannerbach.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, it is Lana Bach.
His name is Lars Johann Ingve Lannerbach.
There you go.
Lars Johann Ingve.
Where did
Lana-
Malmsteen come from?
He was trying to
He was-
channel
he was-
himself into some sort of a Scandinavian Jew.
Exactly.
It's not
He said-
EIN, it's EEN.
He
Somebody
"If I'm gonna
said he
make
was
it
a
in the
really fast
entertainment
player, and then he
industry,
heard some woman
do it."
say, "He's super fast."
It's not Malmstein.
All right, he took his mother's maiden name, Momsten, as his surname, then slightly changed it to Momsteen.
Oh, is that what it
And
says?
he altered his third name, given YNGVE to YNGWIE.
Well, I guess I've been schooled on Ouija Malmstein.
I heard that somebody told him that the Jews control show business, and he goes, "Well, I better fit in."
You want to control the guitar business? You better fucking bring your colors. And he said, "I am Malmsteen."
Oh God.
They said,
Frank-
"Can you play quick?"
Frankenstein.
I'm
Frankenstein.
super fast. Super.
Oh, he's so good. So
So what's his real first name then?
Lars.
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 Growing up in Sweden, legendary guitarist Yngwie Malmsteen hated his nickname, according to Guitar World magazine. At first, I didn't think it was cool because it seemed like every other male in Scandinavia was called Lars, Yngwie said. When he immigrated to U.S. in '83, guitarist, wasn't sure of a moniker, but I grew to like it. It says Yngwie Malmsteen was named after mythological god with big cock. I remember seeing an illustration of him in some book, and he was depicted as a big fucking cock, he said.
Hold on. Alcatraz. I'm going to the history of Alcatraz because I know it's going to say something about Gary Shea and Jimmy. Let me go to.
So is Yngwie wearing a wig, extensions, or has he had plugs? Because that shit ain't
All
real.
of the above.
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, I know who it was that was playing with Warrior.
Who?
Fergie Fredrickson.
Oh yeah,
He's the
that
singer
guy.
on Toto's fifth album called Isolation. He's great. In fact, when they went to do the other thing, he went to go do the Toto thing. Hugh Caldwell, welcome.
Hello, Hugh.
Hey, Lonesome Dove, how are you, sir? What happened? Somebody looking on something up or what?
Yeah, sorry. I'm reading about Joe Lynn Turner's time with Ingve. What's the deal with
Oddly
Joe
enough,
Lynn
Joe
Turner
Lynn
right now
Turner's
trying
real
to
name
look like
was- What?
I look like what?
he's trying to look like the Persian from 300.
Yeah, he thinks he's Billy Zane,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
Dude, speaking of him,
Oh,
have you guys-
Xerxes. That's it.
Yeah, have you guys seen this picture of Billy Zane playing Marlon Brando? They got makeup on him, but I mean, you would think it is fucking Marlon Brando. He looks exactly like him.
He kind of
Really?
resembles him in a way. I remember him in Tales from Crypt Demon Night. That was a pretty
Oh
good
yeah.
Joe Lynn Turner's real
Hold
name
on,
was
hold on,
Joseph Mordecai Schwartz.
Oh, dude. You're not wrong, Matt. That's pretty good. Wow. I'm looking at photos
Billy
right
Zane
now.
was on the TV show 24, wasn't he? In one of the seasons as the terrorist.
I don't know.
I know he's played a lot of things.
Nobody watched 24 but me.
I
No,
never
I
saw
never
a
watched
single
it.
episode.
Jack Bauer's father died. Donald Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
He was good.
He was in Back to the Future. Billy Zane was?
Wow.
Was he?
Was he?
Maybe.
I don't remember him.
He was in Titanic.
He did the Phantom, early comic book movie from the 80s or in the
Yeah.
early 90s. He was in the Phantom. He was in Titanic.
Yeah, I
Doesn't-
think Phantom came out after Titanic, didn't it?
I think Phantom was like 88. I'm not really sure. Let me see.
1996. So it was a
Phantom?
year
He says he was
before.
one of Biff's
Yeah.
henchmen.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, bit part.
Oh,
he actually
God,
had
you're
hair,
still
I
singing
think.
that? Is it worse than the lyrics to Egypt? The chains are on.
Oh. In the land of milk and honey.
Oh my God. That the chains were on.
Jesus.
How come Dio didn't get into the bourbon business? He's the right height for it.
He tried, but he was the last in line, and by the time he got there,
Actually, I
Well,
think,
that-
I think he had enough of pushing bourbon all those years on Cheers.
Oh, jeez.
Dude.
By
Was
the way,
a great,
speaking of,
that's a great Rhea Perlman joke, by the way.
thank you very much.
It's,
He
Thank
was
you.
married to Denny DeVito.
Rhea Perlman was
eh?
married to Danny DeVito. Let me tell you right now, we've
Danny
talked
DeVito,
about
the
movies.
singer?
Ruthless People's an underrated movie.
that's
from
a
the
great
80s.
fucking movie. Great movie.
By Barbara. She's alive. Oh, it's fucking gold. Judge Reinhold, Helen Slater.
When he breaks out that old fucking cigarette at the end.
It's movie's so good.
Ah,
You even watch the Super Troopers 2 movie there, the Danny DeVito bit in there? It's fucking hilarious. Danny DeVito, the singer? No, you got to watch it on YouTube.
but he was
fucking
he
hilarious.
was savage in the Taxi.
Yeah, I mean, Taxi was a good show. It
Yeah.
doesn't hold it. You know, I gotta say, I'll tell you right now. There's a lot of people that tell you, like Quentin Tarantino says, the worst movies made in the 50s and the 80s. I think the worst sitcoms are in the 70s and the 80s. I don't need to see a dramatic episode from a comedy to teach me a lesson. I don't need to see somebody touching Arnold
Honest,
Drummond's
very-
friend.
no,
And
there's,
Dave,
so there's no very special Blossom for you.
I don't need to see Natalie from The Facts of Life raped.
Ah,
I don't
indeed,
need to
bro.
see. I don't need to hear about Edith Bunker being raped.
Right. Yeah.
What about,
Will
uh,
Sasso's in this bit too.
I
What
don't
about
need
finding
to
out that
see.
I don't want to see
The
Will
Fresh
Sasso
Prince is-
getting raped.
Fresh Prince's dad didn't want to see him.
The Baja.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but
In
like,
the
I don't
Baja.
want to see. I'm in the Baja. I don't want to see JJ's fiance on Good Times with a heroin junkie.
I'm
Like, I
off the
don't want to
grid.
see real shit. I want to just laugh. Like
Yeah.
the '60s had Car 54, the Munsters, the
Yeah.
fucking Phil Silvers show. Those shows are gold.
I Dream
Always
of Jeannie,
funny.
Bewitched. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you get to like Taxi, and there's like
Gilligan's
there's some of
Island.
the Taxi had the serious stuff.
Fuck that.
It's like, I don't want to see a serious episode. I'm here to watch a comedy, you fucking dickheads. I'm not watching NYPD Blue so I can see slapstick.
Yeah, MASH did that too.
Keystone Cops.
You should come down to the Baja.
I'm telling you, the 70s and 80s were the worst generation of and people love them. Welcome Back, Kotter with fucking Arnold Horshack doing drugs. The only one funny thing in that whole episode was when
Give me drugs.
Freddie's like, "What are you doing? Taking vitamins?" Yeah, sure, Freddie. They're vitamins.
Well, and Barbarino walking across the street. Give me drugs. Give me
Yeah.
drugs.
Twilight
about-
Zone's a great show.
How about
But
Tom
I'm-
Hanks?
Twilight Zone's a fucking
Tom
classic.
Hanks
Bosom
pushing
Buddies.
down Michael J. Fox because he's an alcoholic. He's on a bender.
Yeah, exactly. And he ends up drinking the vanilla extract trying to get a buzz.
That's right.
What was this? What movie is this?
Family
Family
Ties.
Ties.
Tom Hanks played his uncle.
Yeah. Family Ties. Let me tell you what's
It was
not
in
so
Happy
funny
Days.
about
He
Family
played
Ties.
a karate guy that wanted to be.
Have you guys seen what Justine Bateman looks like?
God, she's a wretch.
No.
I would be to say, because she was a big fan of the show. I just wanted to say, Krelbar, she reached out to me this week to tell me how much she loves you on the show.
Justine Bateman.
You should
huh?
have told me in the 80s.
And on next Wednesday's show,
Justine Bateman will be here. And folks, let me tell you, it's not good. She wears like this heavy eye makeup. She looks like she's bone thin. I
She
don't know.
looks like PJ Harvey.
Yeah, she's getting a little older there.
Well, she never was like hot or anything. So
She was cute when
No,
she
no,
was
she was
younger,
cute.
but right now, if she was here with me right now, I'd say, was the '84 Olympics at Lake Placid?
Oof.
Thank you.
Oh
That's-
God.
What
she's
about your homegirl Sarah Jessica Parker? Have you seen the
a-
photos
Oh
of
God,
her?
why the long face?
the best description of her is from Ed Wood, and she's like reading a review someone wrote about this film they did, and she goes, "Do I really have a face like a horse?"
that's a great
does.
fucking movie.
But she looks terrible. She's 59 years old. She looks like she's 89 years old.
Home. I have no home.
Yeah, Justine.
The jungle is my
Come on,
home.
Alf.
Sarah
You guys-
Jessica Parker, was she on Square Pegs?
Yes.
Square Pegs, though, had what's her face on it, who I love.
Oh,
Who
Jamie
played
Gertz?
Muffy? Jamie Gertz.
You know, I heard she's like a billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, she made some serious bank in what real
And
estate?
she
or
can't spare a square.
She's in great stuff. She's in Seinfeld. She's in
Crossroads.
something? Lost Boys.
She's in Your Favorite Week. I think is she in To Live and Die in L.A.? She's in one of the James Spader, what's his name? McCarthy. Not Kevin. What the hell is it? Andrew McCarthy vehicles. What do you got for a list tonight for us, Joe? We're getting on to 10 o'clock here.
Well, I don't have any
Zero,
list. I have
Vitamin
something
Zero,
different.
All
I
right.
came across
Oh, less than
this-
zero. That was it.
Less
Thank
than
you,
zero.
Neil.
Yeah.
I came across
Crossroads,
this,
when she leaves. Let me tell you, the best part of Crossroads is when she leaves Lightning Boy and he starts playing the blues, and the guy goes, "Blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad." While Ry Cooder's playing Feeling Bad Blues. That's the highlight of the movie.
That's a great fucking movie.
Well, the best blues line is from The Simpsons with Bleeding Gums Murphy. Blues ain't
Yeah.
about making other people. Blues ain't about feeling bad. It's about making other people feel worse.
Right. and that suit that Jack, what's his name in the movie?
Jack
Butler. Jack Butler's got, and then he's wearing that suit, and it kind of reminds me of like the Donald Sutherland suit that he would wear in fucking Animal House, like that corduroy type of material, whatever material it is. And he's supposed to be in hell. That suit looks like it would carry a smell to it that I don't want to be within 40 yards of. You know, when you go into like a vintage shop and you're like, what the hell stinks? Everything on that rack.
Yeah. Cigarettes, old musty wood.
That material looks like it absorbs everything. Why do I smell vodka in an ashtray? Oh, that would be this jacket right here. Would you like to try it on? I would like that in the bag, please. In a plastic bag, hermetically sealed.
Smells like Lucifer's taint.
You're too happy to play the blues, says Cheech. You know who else was too happy to play the blues? People always tell me, oh, you got to listen to B.B. King. Every day he comes out smiling with this shit-eating grin. Every day I got the blues. What are you smiling for?
Every time.
Because I'm getting paid, motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah. Jeez.
First time
blues
got
all the way in the
blues
bag.
that brought me
I'll
over
tell you
on a
right
ship.
now, the best thing B.B. King ever did,
Just die.
Hey,
that's terrible,
come on, man.
is if you know the song
Yes.
Standing Outside a Telephone Booth. You guys know that song?
I don't know.
I hope I die before I die. Dun, 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 dun. Look up the song. It's called Standing Outside. But in the song, there's a sample of How Blue Can You Get from B.B. King. And he's like, I've been downhearted, baby.
Yeah, that's great.
Ever since the day you left. That's the best thing BB's ever did. Not the song How Blue Can You Get. The sample they used
And you too, yeah.
and put it in that song because I love that song.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Primitive Radio Gods. It just hit me who did the song.
Oh, I just thought it was you two that did that.
No. It's Primitive Radio Gods, and it's called like Standing Outside a Phone Booth, waiting for I don't
Well,
know.
now I know what it is.
I've been
No, dude.
downhearted, baby.
B.B.
Okay,
King-
Joe, what do you got for us?
BB King has a song called "Paying the Cost to Be the Boss," which is fucking great too.
I found
If you
the,
ever want to feel bad for
lyric-
BB King, watch
the
him
lyric-
play the blues with Larry Carlton. It's like Larry's just fucking beautifully playing, and BB goes back and plays the one scale, and
He's
it's
got
just
one
like,
lick.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm not going to say any people. If you like them,
I
and
love
you
it.
like Thrill Is Gone, that's good. The only BB I'm listening to is in that Primitive Radio God song.
Oh man, paying the cost to be the boss. That's
I
my
actually
jam.
heard a live version of Stormy Monday with BB and Albert Collins the other day. It was fucking awesome.
I like when BB plays with Bobby Blue Bland.
I don't think that BB's guitar playing is interesting, but I don't hate his voice.
No, he's got a cool voice.
Good blues singer. But yeah, I hear you.
Bobby Blue Bland is the one that did that. Ain't no love in the heart of the city. And Bobby Blue Bland is really the guy that did Stormy Monday the way that the Allman Brothers do it.
Is Buddy Guy dead yet? He's got to be 1 billion years old.
Who Buddy Guy? No, he's
fucking
still
hell.
out there touring and putting out albums.
87 years old.
Yeah. God bless him.
Goodness.
There's this, you guys ever see that Claude Rosa said of the three kings, Freddie was a beast. There's this
Freddie's
guy,
fucking awesome.
what's that guy's name? Kingfish.
Yep.
He's a fan of the three kings, Freddie
I
King,
already know where
BB
you're
King,
going.
And Burger.
and Burger King.
That kid's too big.
Oh, Jesus.
Chris
If
Ingram.
if it was 150 years ago, that guy would be in the circus.
That might be true.
They say, I was watching a thing where they were talking about the average person now. Like if you walk down the street, you will find more people who are bigger than the fat guy in the circus from the late 1800s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, everybody now has a desk job, and all of the food is mutated. terrible.
Yeah, I don't think the desk job has anything to do with it, but definitely the
Probably.
food.
Probably the food for sure.
100%.
Are we moving on to a list there, Joe?
Yeah, I'm waiting for Joe.
Every
Not a
time,
list, he said.
every time I open my mouth, you start something else up. You fuck.
Oh, sorry, Joe.
All right. So I found a on Twitter, now called X. I found this account that does something very interesting. I said, hey, this would be good for us. He'll put 2 albums and say, which do you give the edge to? Or he'll put 4 debut albums. Which do you give? And I'm like, we could rank
I like
that.
it. I like
All right,
it.
so let's start off right now. AC/DC Back in Black or Van Halen Women and Children First?
Oh, so this is albums from 1980, these two.
Yeah, and it does said 2. He just says 2 classics here, but sometimes he'll go from
As
1980.
I'm just going to say this. As much as I would give credit to both albums and as a special place for me with Women and Children First, where I absolutely love it, Back in Black is a stronger album all the way through.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
By a nose.
Yeah,
Bingham? I have a feeling Bingham's going to say no contest.
Well,
Bingham? Does Bingham hear me?
John, he's not
Is he
acting
pulling
like
the Jerry?
John, what's up with your... is he talking to somebody?
Oh,
No,
Oh, yeah, he's muted.
Okay.
Okay.
I go with, and this is like I said, it's either way by a nose. But
Oh,
for
tell
me,
Matt that one. Hold, Matt. Which one's better? Women and Children First or Back in Black?
Oh man, that's
right? Fucking Huff.
That's very tough.
Because sometimes that'll change on a Monday and it change on a Wednesday, right? The way you feel.
Yeah. I gotta say, if I had to choose, like, I'd probably choose Women and Children First.
That's my choice. Just by your nose.
Yeah, I can't fault that choice, but if I think about it, I think for me, yeah, I mean, because Women and Children is my favorite Van Halen. But all right, John said Back in Black.
Women and Children First. I mean, they're both good records. That's a good.
Great records.
That's a good comparison to put up there.
All right, what's the next one, Joe?
All right, now we have another 2 good ones. You have Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill,
that's the first one.
or Chicago, Transit Authority.
Can't Buy a Thrill.
Yeah, you go Steely Dan. I was going to
Transit
say
Authority is
that's
a
not
good
even.
record. A lot of filler.
Yeah, and that's not even Steely Dan's best record, but it's better than that.
No, but it's the debut albums from both
Yeah.
bands.
Exactly.
Okay. Next up, 4 classic live records. Which album would you give the edge to? I think it's better. How would you rank it? So we have Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous.
Mhm.
We have Blue Oyster Cult, On Your Feet or On Your Knees. Then you have Deep Purple, Made in Japan, a classic. And finally, Rush, Exit Stage Left.
I'll take Rush first, then Thin Lizzy. Then what were the other 2?
Deep Purple and Blue Oyster Cult.
Deep
For
Purple
me, it's
and
not.
Blue Oyster
It's not
Cult.
even close for me. I would say it's the Exit Stage Left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rush is the best out of those.
Same.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't listen to live records very often. I've heard Exit Stage Left, but
Exit
I'm not going to
Stage-
comment because I don't really listen to live records.
Okay. Next up, choose between these 2 records. And I love the second record, but I still had to go with the first. You have Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Babies, and Wasp, The Last Command.
That's
$1 Billion
not-
Babies. I never liked Wasp.
I love Wasp. They were just crazy.
Never liked
I'm not
Alice
even that big of
Cooper.
a Cooper fan.
What was the Wasp record?
The Last Command.
I got to look and see what's on it.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier tonight, but we didn't have a chance in the green room.
$1 Babies.
Krellbaum might want to do some speedy pulling up and seeing what's on stuff.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's-
blind in Texas, Wild
Yeah,
Child.
that was the second
That's a great
album.
album. Now,
Yeah,
this
I don't
next-
know. I don't know this album cover to cover. I just know the hits.
I think this next one just tears at my heart. This is I love both of these fucking albums for the next one. You got Deep Purple Burn
Ooh,
and Black Sabbath Paranoid.
I'll go
Again, for
Paranoid.
me, not even close.
Paranoid.
yeah. I mean, for me personally, I would go Burn on that.
Paranoid.
Paranoid's got my favorite
I
Sabbath song.
give it to Paranoid, but God, there's so much part of me that wants to say Burn because I fucking love that album.
I love Burn. I actually think Stormbringer's a better album.
Yeah.
I think part of that might be the fact that I didn't really discover Burn until much, much, much later.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just started listening to Burn like a year or two ago,
Yep.
whereas I've known Paranoid since I've been like 11 years old, and I'm just kind of like fucking over it.
I still love War Pigs, though. That's my favorite.
Well, yeah, I mean, War Pigs is absolutely great.
Oh,
It's
Planet
not-
Caravan.
It's
Um,
not my
yeah,
favorite
Caravan's
Sabbath record, not even close to my favorite Sabbath record.
Well,
Maybe-
Paranoid's
yeah.
one of the weaker songs on there.
It's
I
in my
really
top.
like
It's in my top 4 Sabbath albums.
Well, I mean, like, I don't like any of the guitar tones on the second half of the record. Bow, wow, wow, now, now, wow, wow, now. Yeah, it's not really my favorite. Like
Hands of
War
Doom
Pigs,
is fantastic.
War Pigs and Planet Caravan are the
Yeah.
two that I really like off that record.
Planet Caravan's gold. Gold, I tell you. Yeah, I mean, I'm sick of Iron Man beyond anything I could say. It's
I
all right.
think-
What's the next one, Joe?
Overplayed.
Give me 1 second. Shit. Fuck. Okay. We got 4 debut albums.
Okay.
Here's your choices. Van Halen. The first Boston album, Boston.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
wow. Nice.
Hearts, Dreamboat Annie. And Black Sabbath. Those are 4 good albums either way.
I thought you were going to throw the Cars in there for some reason. That was going to.
To me, it's either Sabbath or Van Halen, but I'm leaning
Yeah.
towards Van Halen.
Dude, that first Boston record's genius.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I keep wanting to go away from Boston, but you can't deny. I mean, and I can't stand it anymore. But you can't deny how good it was.
No, I just
I
want
don't know if there's a bad song on the record. That's the whole
No.
thing.
It's a fantastic record. I'm just talking my personal.
Yeah. And Sabbath, you
Yeah,
got on the
personally,
first
I go
album, you
with
have that
Van Halen.
long cover warning. Right? The boom, 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 which was like an Ainsley Dunbar band song before that. So to me, that kind of detracts. But, and I don't care for NIB. Van Halen's first, I mean, it's
I do like
okay, but
Nativity in Black.
Van Halen's first album, Little Dreamer, I'm the one is fucking tough.
Don't you got Jamie's Crying and Ice Cream Man on there as well? Right?
For
That's
me,
the first
okay,
one?
I would
Atomic
say
Blonde,
personally
Two
for
Pop
me,
Album.
Van Halen, personally for me. But Boston's first album, if somebody says it's Boston's first album, I would acquiesce because I just think it's ridiculous for its time and again, I'm sick of it to death.
You know what this is?
But Gonna
I
Hitch
think-
a Rides, I mean, all those songs were so big.
I think this is one of those situations where if someone else had a completely different 4, you could still respect it and not even want to argue it with. I could see that. It's one of those, I could see that.
But if somebody said Sabbath's
Yeah.
first album, I can't even argue because Wicked
Yeah.
World is fucking awesome. Black Sabbath, the title track is
Yeah.
awesome. The Wizard is awesome. I love Warning, even though it
Is
was
that-
a cover.
Is that also Fairies Wear Boots on that one?
No, Fairies
No,
Wear
that's
Boots is
Paranoid.
Paranoid.
That's Paranoid.
That's the last song on Paranoid.
No one's saying anything about Dreamboat Andy.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of out of the discussion.
Wasn't-
I
yeah,
think-
it's not even. That's not even in the conversation.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be in the same category with those other.
We
I
gotta
think-
put a woman band in there.
I think the Boston record is maybe more impressive than even like Van Halen 1. Van Halen 1 I probably listened to more. There's not really a bad song on Van Halen 1, but 2 of the songs are covers. So 2 of them they
Well,
didn't write.
on fire, I could do without.
What?
Oh, I don't mind On Fire, but
On Fire is one of the best songs on that album.
Not my favorite.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look at it objectively, and I think you got 2 songs that are covers and 1 song that's literally a minute and a half long guitar solo, and then you've got
Wait, what's the
An
second
entire
cover? I know you
Boston
really
record
got
that-
me. What else is a
Fucking-
cover?
perfect
Ice
Ice
Cream.
Cream Man.
That's a cover.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Every,
I didn't know that.
The Book of Knowledge did not know that Ice Cream Man was a cover.
I never heard anyone do Ice Cream Man.
Somebody
Oh,
named
look at the
John
credits.
Brim.
All right.
All right. The next
Filled to the rim. with
next
brim.
on our little list is a choice between 2 albums, and fuck, do I love both of these albums. And Dave, you were responsible for getting me to listen to one of them finally a couple of months ago. Choose between Jeff Beck's Blow by Blow or Robin Trower Bridge of Sighs.
It's easy for me. I'll wait till everybody else answers.
I know. He's gonna say Trower. I'm gonna go with Beck. Beck was more of an influence on me.
A Bridge of Sighs is a fucking
Well, I
to me
love
that
Bridge of
album's legendary.
Yeah.
Day of the Eagle. Bridge of Sighs.
I
Blow
haven't
by
listened to the whole
blow,
record.
like the Constipated Duck, She's a Woman. I'm gonna pass on that. There's
Well,
3
Scatterbrain.
songs on that album I like.
Scatterbrain.
What do
Diamond
you mean
Dust.
I'm dating myself. That's what we call Dave. There's the Book of Knowledge because he knows everything.
Okay.
Cool. Moses.
Anyone
Yeah.
else want to weigh in on that one before we move along?
What did they used to call me at the? They had a different name. What was it?
Lifeline. You were the
The
lifeline.
Lifeline.
Lomo?
That was what it was. The Lifeline. Because I used to walk by the circle bar, they'd be like, Lifeline.
Yeah. Hey, we got a question. If you're ever on a game show and you need the answer, you call Dave.
Oh,
He's
Dave.
fine.
It's a,
Who won the
That's
Oscar in
hilarious.
1968?
Yeah.
The
Geez,
next,
for best movie, I think it was Oliver.
the next 2 albums to enter the ring, we have Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, or Led Zeppelin 2.
2.
Wow.
That's a fucking right.
I'm going to go with Zeppelin.
I'm going with Dark Side.
But it's almost like I want to take the 5th on account I may incriminate myself.
I'm going to go with Dark Side.
I mean, growing up, there was no question. It was Zeppelin 2 would be the most
Yeah.
influential to me. But now, as an adult, there is some stuff on 2 I don't care for. I'm going to say Dark Side.
For me, very, very slightly, I give Dark Side as well.
I think
Okay.
Dark Side
Oh,
probably for me too.
But I would take 4 over Dark Side.
Take Physical Graffiti over Dark Side.
Well, I'm not even saying what the best is. I was just saying I would even go to 4.
Okay, this time we have AC/DC Back in Black facing
Yeah,
up against-
Cheech, both John and I used to work with Mark at West LA. He ran another he ran the department at another store, but we
Yep.
crossed streams many times.
Mostly when they were sharing the same urinal.
Exactly right.
Don't cross the streams.
That's Bingham explaining the joke.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
All right, coming back up, we have AC/DC Back in Black again, squaring
Wow.
off against Black Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
That's a no-brainer.
And what does your brain say?
Back in Black.
Agreed.
It's a
Although
perfect-
Sabbath Bloody is one of my favorites with
Yeah, it's-
Sabbath Bloody, Sabbath, and not Snowblind. What the hell? Killing Yourself to Live.
And they should have said Back in Black and Heaven and Hell. That would have been, I'd say Heaven and Hell.
I mean,
I would too.
here's my opinion on Sabbath is that when Ozzy was in the band, they never had a perfect record, and that's fine.
Come on.
You can groan, but I'm right. They don't have a
No,
perfect
Paranoid's
record.
a perfect record.
Not a perfect record.
I love it.
Oh, you're crazy. Rat Salad. Nobody's listening to Rat Salad. Come on.
Now.
But yeah, I think
I love Rat Salad. Wasn't Rat Salad the original name for Van Halen?
that's right. I've heard that before.
I was one of those kids in high school on the blue denim fucking notebook. Ozzy is God. So I'm down with all the Sabbath. That's why for me, Sabbath keeps edging almost everybody out. And
Right.
speaking of which,
I think that
they'll be back.
I think Ozzy's first 2 solo records are better than most of the Sabbath stuff, and I like the Sabbath stuff.
Hugh, you'd have to go album by album, but Blue Nile Hats is better than anything the Smiths did. But I mean, I'm going to say, is A Walk Across the Rooftops better than Queen is Dead or Meat is Murder? I don't think so. Great question. How about the Blue Nile? I mean, Cocteau Twins. All right, go on.
Okay. Next out, a little more not as classic over here. We got Black Label Society Shot to Hell against Fastway.
I don't, I know one song off of Fastway, and I don't know anything. You'll have to tell me a song off of Black Label.
I don't
you're
know
the guy
that
that
album.
looks shit up
I know
for us.
Blessed Hell. I take Blessed Hell Ride by Black Label Society. I don't know
I
that
don't
album.
understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand that comparison though.
Yeah.
Why?
They're so
like
far apart from
25 years apart from each other.
I don't know.
And I don't think I know anything from Fastway other than Say
Yeah.
What You Will.
Yep, that's the only one I know too.
And I don't know.
There was one
anything
track they
by-
did on Trick
I
or
hate
Treat.
that
was
song,
on.
by the way.
I don't know anything by Black Label Society.
I know a
Oh,
few
yeah.
things.
Oh
Still
man, you
Born.
got to get Blessed Hell Ride, John. Is a fucking awesome album.
I can't deal with Zach Wilde doing the Jarl.
Oh, it's great.
He's
It's a good album.
Singing
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's
he-
like singing like Eddie Vedder the whole fucking time. It's
Right, he
ridiculous.
does that.
I thought it's more like Axl Rose.
Oh, have you
Stoned
guys-
and drunk.
You guys seen the
and
clips of Axl Rose singing live now?
Is it terrible?
Really
No,
bad.
it's not
really
that bad. I mean, considering how old he is, it's not that bad.
I don't think age is an excuse because I saw
it's-
Paul Rogers in late years and I thought
It's
his voice
that
sounded
bad.
better.
I've seen Tony Bennett when he was in his 80s, and let me tell you, I'm kidding. I haven't seen him, but I'll tell you, Mick Jagger's out there singing. He sounds all right.
Okay,
All right, what else you got, Joe?
2 albums making a return. We have now Sabbath Bloody Sabbath against Women and Children First.
Women and children first.
Women and Children.
Okay. And
Yeah.
now we get a little
Sabbath
more.
Bloody Sabbath has that gay song, Who Are You, at the end of this album, or the second to last song. Gong, gong. It's terrible. Just want to say there's a bad song on Sabbath Bloody. They're acting like it's. Go ahead.
Okay. Now we got Supertramp, Crime of the Century against the Cars. The Cars.
I'll take
Cars.
the cars. I'll take the cars.
I don't know Crime
Yeah,
of the Century well enough. I think I know like one song.
I don't know
I
every
have-
song.
you know 3 or 4 songs. I have to say this.
Breakfast in
Crime of the
America.
Century is fucking awesome. I'll take the Cars first album.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
But
a bad song on the Cars.
Crime of the Century has School, Bloody Well Right, Dreamer. I
know
think
Bloody Well
Rudy's
Right.
on that album. It's fantastic.
Well, I know.
I'll take
on
the
the
Cars.
Cars first album, Don't Just Stop, kind of gets on my nerves, but
Every song on the first Cars album was pretty much a radio hit.
it's it.
Agreed.
Don't you stop? Don't you stop? Don't you? Was that
That's
a hit?
close. That's pretty close to a perfect record.
Close.
I think it's their 3rd best album. I like
You like
Candy-O better, and I like
Oh, Candy-O.
Panorama the best.
I like Candy O, but I disagree on the.
This guy needs to pick
You
a
gotta give
different-
Panorama another listen. It's way overlooked. It's so good. It's touch and go. You could take it with the down boys, and they don't hear a word you. Oh, it's great. Running to you. All right, Joe, what do you got?
Well, this guy's got to pick a few more different albums, but now this time we got Women and Children First against Aerosmith Rocks.
Women and Children first. Though I like Rocks.
I love Rocks. I think it's Aerosmith's best album, but I think Women and Children is Van Halen's best album, and I'm going to take Women and Children.
Okay.
I love Rocks, but I don't think it's as good. Yeah, I'd rather listen to Van Halen.
Yeah, Rocks. I mean, Last Child, Back in the Saddle, Combination, Nobody's Fault, Home Tonight,
Nobody's
Lick It
Fault.
and Promise.
You're making me
Get
want
the
to
Let
listen
Out.
to that.
Oh,
Okay,
What is
our
it?
next two albums to step into the ring. Once again, we got Black Sabbath, Paranoid. This time up against Metallica, Master of Puppets.
Paranoid.
Yeah, Paranoid. I mean, I love Master of Puppets. So.
Two records I'm completely sick of.
I still love Master of Puppets.
Think back to the time when you weren't sick of them, though. What
Well,
would
when
you
I
have
wasn't sick of them, I would have been more into Metallica because it was more contemporary, But yeah, I can't listen to Metallica anymore. Those days are gone. I just can't.
Yeah, I can listen to Ride the Lightning and Master of
I
Puppets.
think it's a great record.
And Justice for All, I can listen to some of that.
I still listen to plenty of metal stuff. I just it's just too boneheaded for me. I need some technicality in my metal. That's why I like Megadeth.
I thought you were going to say that's why you like Queensryche Promised Land album.
Oh, baby, yeah.
All right, Joe, what else?
All right, now we got 4 albums. Let's rank them. Here's
They
what we
blocked the main highway out here. Now we have fucking tractor trailers making the fucking hairpin turn right here. It takes them like 5 turns to fucking make it.
Thanks for dragging us into your hell. Joe, you were saying?
You heard that in the background, right?
No, barely.
I thought it was
Oh,
your,
okay.
I thought it was
It's
your
loud
cat
on my
jerking
end.
off. All right. We got Led Zeppelin 2. Boston. Who's next? Deep Purple, Machine Head.
What was the first one?
Led Zeppelin 2. Boston. Who's next? And Deep Purple, Machine Head.
Led Zeppelin 2. Because, I mean, Boston should be number 1, but I'm with Dave in that, I can't listen to it.
I would say Zeppelin 2. There's no way in hell that I'm giving anything to The Who.
I think Highway Star. Let's see, Highway Stars. It's kind of played out. Smoke on the
Machine
Water.
Head's all right. Maybe I'm a
Pictures of Home
Leo,
is my-
never
I
before.
think Pictures of Home and Maybe I'm a Leo might be my favorites on that record.
Yeah, they probably could be the best songs on that album.
I still feel like Boston is the most experimental, fucking just great record. I don't know.
Again, if they said Zeppelin 4, it's definitely Zeppelin. Zeppelin 2, is that the one? That's how many more times and all that nonsense on Zeppelin 2? I loved it as a kid. As an adult, when I hear how many more times, I'm like, how many more times do I have to suffer through this song?
It's a Whole Lot of Love, Lemon Song, Heartbreaker, Ramble On. It is, what is that?
What is and what should never be.
Yeah, what is and what should never be.
Change.
Living, Loving, Made, Moby Dick.
Heartbreaker.
Moby Dick's great.
Oh, yeah, and Moby Dick, I don't care for. I don't like it. All right,
I'm
moving
playing
on.
Moby Dick for real.
Okay, now we have Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, going against Metallica's Ride the Lightning.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I
like
love
Master
our
of Reality.
theme music that came in.
Ride the Lightning, I think, is like I think that's the best Metallica album.
Oh yeah, Trapped
my
Under
favorite.
Ice. Fucking love that song.
Anyone else? What are you going to say? I'll give my answer last.
Well, I'm
I'll
going.
say-
With, I go with Sabbath all the time first, but I love
Okay.
Ride the Lightning.
John, what are you saying? Master of Reality
Oh.
or Ride the Lightning?
I do like Master of Reality. I don't know. Fucking toss up.
Matt?
I'm going to say Master, yeah.
Krellbar?
It is so close. On any given day, tonight I'll pick Sabbath.
I'm going to say Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Master of
Right on the-
Reality is my least favorite Sabbath album of the first
Really?
5 Sabbath albums.
My hang up there is that I really, really love Children of the Grave,
Yeah,
but
it's a good song.
I don't know that I give a shit about Sweet Leaf.
Sweet
I don't know
Into
that
the
I really care about After Forever.
Someone in the chat, I can't read the name, says Master of Puppets is the best Dave Mustaine record ever.
After Forever, is that what's the song that goes? If you saw the Pope at the end of a rope, oh, is that After Forever? I think that's After Forever. Or Lord of this World is another one. I'm not big fans of that album.
Yeah.
Next one, Joe.
Now we have 2 albums. We have Styx, The Grand Illusion.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, that's Dave's favorite.
Heart's
Wow.
I
Little
Did
love
Dennis
Queen.
pieces.
DeYoung
I
on
love
that
Pieces of 8 after it. The Grand Illusion, I think, is a little on the
It's a heavy
little
Dennis DeYoung record.
homosexual side. All right, what is it, Joe?
We have Styx, Grand Illusion, or Heart, Little Queen.
That's a hard.
Grand Illusion.
I don't know the Heart record.
It's the one that has Barracuda.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Master of Puppets.
Hold on. Little Queen has the song Little Queen, right? That's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing
Barracuda.
Is Magic Man on there?
No, I
Neil
think it's on the album.
Banbury says Heart.
Ooh, a Barracuda.
What was it up against again? I forget.
Six.
Styx, Grand Illusion.
I'll take the Grand Illusion.
Let me see what's on. I can't remember what's on Little Queen.
Call off the songs.
Your life is.
Boris
is-
Krishenko, Cold Roses, all day. Love and Death is my favorite Woody Allen movie.
Yeah, you're right,
Oh.
Dave. I don't see any. There's Little Queen.
don't know,
and
man.
Barracuda is
I think
just about it.
that
There's Love
album-
Alive, Sylvan Son, Dream of the Archer, Kick It Out, Treat Me Well, Say Hello.
Oh, Kick It
Tiny
Out's a
People.
huge hit. Kick It Out. That's a great song.
This kind of reminds me of that Married with Children clip where Peg's talking to Al and she's like,
Ow.
would you like to be stuck on a deserted island with A, your wife, or B? And he just goes B.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't matter what it was, but that's
Right.
what I'm thinking when I'm reading the track listing for Styx Grand Illusion. I'm like, I'll take
What's
B.
on Grand Illusion?
Come Sail Away, Fooling
Good song.
Yourself.
Great song.
You're fooling yourself if you don't believe it. Get out. Get back
What
on
else?
that clock.
Yeah, it's great.
Ride it.
What else is on it?
Superstars. Miss America. Castle
Oh, Miss
Wall,
America's good.
Miss America.
That's America's
Man in the Wilderness. Yeah. I really don't like this band all that much. There's a few songs. that are
Pieces of
good.
8 is a great album.
Mhm. Blue Collar Man.
Ah,
Yeah.
there's-
Someone reviewed a Styx album once, and it was just 2 words: Styx stinks.
They're no
Shark sandwich,
Kansas.
With an
shit
X.
sandwich.
All right, what else do you got there, Joe?
All right, let's do 2 more. We got next is
Not a tumor.
2 albums against each other. Then we'll have 4 albums to rank because it is 10:32. Now we have Disraeli Gears by Cream or the Beatles Revolver.
Revolver.
Not even close. Revolver.
I guess I'm the only one picking Cream first.
Yeah.
I would pick Cream too.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never listened to Disraeli Gears.
Let's call off the tracks on Disraeli Gears for a second.
Let's see. Strange Brew, World of Pain, Blue Condition, SWLABR,
That's the best song on the album, by the way.
Sunshine of Your Love, Dance the Night Away, Tales of Brave Ulysses.
Yeah,
Taints
got
of
some
Big
We're going
Ulysses.
wrong. Yeah, the only song that I know on that record off the top of my head is Sunshine of Your Love. Maybe I've heard
You
some
know,
others.
strange brew kills what's inside of you.
Doesn't sound like a song I would care about.
She walks like a bearded rainbow. You know that song. Come
Maybe.
to me in the morning. Bam, bam, bam. You have that strange feeling, but the rainbow had a mustache. That song and Tales of Brave Ulysses. Tiny purple fishes run laughing
hear that all
through
the
your
time.
fingers, but you want to take her with you to the heartland of the
Or
wow,
Revolver
wow,
classic.
wow, wow, wow. And you
Revolver
fought
is
the
like-
yeah.
You're
Let me just say
making
this
a
one
good
more time.
argument for Cream right here, Dave.
Let me just say this. As much as I'm telling you how great these songs are, it's a blowaway how much better Revolver is.
Yeah,
on
I'm reading
Revolver?
the track listing from Revolver.
Revolvering
right now.
opens up with
There's
1,
Taxman.
2, 3, 4, boom, back, doom, doom,
Yeah.
Taxman.
Eleanor Rigby.
I'm only Eleanor Rigby. I'm only sleeping.
Here, There,
Got
and
to get you
Everywhere.
into my life is on it. Tomorrow never knows.
Mm.
Relax your mind and then float downstream.
It's so
She
clean
said.
and
She said
poppy.
is on it for no
Good
one.
Day
Doctor.
I want Dirty Rock. I'm
Yellow
sticking with Cream.
Submarine, Good Day
Yeah.
Sunshine.
Oh, it's great.
You know what?
Good
Me and
Revolver's their
Matt
best
are
album.
going to stick with the Cream.
All
I
right,
just don't
We're
give
going
a
to have
fuck.
the heavy
Girls
Cream.
that never have.
they're great.
Okay.
I'm kind of with Matt on that one.
I would say if it was between that and Sergeant Pepper, I'm not a Sergeant Pepper fan. I think it's
I
overrated.
take Revolver.
I don't think Jack Bruce wrote those lyrics. I think Jack Bruce worked with a poet that was the
He
lyric
didn't know.
writer for those songs that he wrote. I don't think that was Jack Bruce. I disagree with I don't know. I think Band on the Run's a good album, Rob. All right, what's the next one?
All right. Now we got 4 classic debut albums. We have Led Zeppelin, number 1, Led Zeppelin. We have Rush's album, Rush.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
and Van Halen.
And Rush isn't even in the argument.
This is best debut album.
Yeah, which just 4 debut albums. Which would you give the edge to? Is how they
Van
worded it.
Halen won.
Yep.
Mm.
Same.
Yeah, because I'm not that big of a fan of Led Zeppelin, the covers and stuff like that. I never liked Whole Lot.
Well, Zeppelin
Whole
one
Lot
had
Love's
good times, bad times, but it
Yeah,
had Babe, I'm
good
Gonna Leave You. It had
Dazed and Confused.
Communication Breakdown, Dazed and Confused. It had Your Time Is Gonna Come.
Dave, you're making an argument for Led Zeppelin.
No,
Nah,
I'm just naming the songs. It's a fantastic album, but I do
good
think
album.
Zeppelin 2 is a better album. I think Zeppelin 3 is a better album. I think Zeppelin 4 is a better album. I do think 1 is better. Well,
Given
I
the
used to
day
not
of the
care if
week
I.
or
Yeah.
what mood I'm in, I can go with Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, and Van Halen. Rush is always going to be behind because that's not one of the great albums.
Yeah, that does it. It has Working Man on there, and that's about it. That's all I know.
First album's not bad. I'm just saying when you got. I mean, there was a lot more song. I mean, I
It's
think every
not
song
really
on the Rush album's
though.
good.
It's like what Rush
God.
became. Nothing on that first album is anything.
I mean, it's going to be tough if you're pulling out albums from 1980s. Put Permanent Waves against those albums or Moving
Yeah.
Pictures. Then you're going to be like,
Hemispheres.
nobody's sitting
are
there
the-
saying AC/DC High Voltage.
What are the 4 records? I was getting harassed by my GC buyer.
It was
Zeppelin 1,
Okay.
Rush, Van Halen,
Rush's first album.
or Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath's first album or Van Halen's first album.
Ooh. In terms of favorites and re-listens, probably Van Halen won.
That's what I said. What did you say, Matt?
I said Van Halen.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Halen all
What did
around.
you say, Joe? Sabbath? I have no problem with someone saying
I said
Sabbath.
I said depending on the mood I'm in or what day of the week, I could pick Van Halen, Sabbath, or Led Zeppelin as the number 1. But Rush is always going to be last, no matter who, no matter how I put that 1, 2, 3. Rush is coming in at 4. But other one, I could toss up the other 3. I love them.
Let
If
me
it was
ask John a
Hemisphere-
question. What's a better Genesis song, John?
None of them.
Watcher of the Skies or Dancing with the Moonlit Night?
I'm not familiar enough. I have to be like listening to it.
That's the
heard
question
them,
for next week.
I've heard them all before.
Susudio.
I have the record Selling England by the Pound. I have that.
Yeah.
Is Watcher of the Skies on the what record's that on?
Foxtrot.
Yeah, I don't have that record. I've heard the song,
Yeah.
but I don't know it. So no comment yet.
I don't eat pizza at all, Cheech. No.
Well, it's funny you mentioned pizza. You remember, Dave, you went to get that pedal in Providence with that pizza place, and Watcher of the Skies was playing on the.
Watcher of the skies, watching us all. I don't know. Dancing with the Moonlight Night is great, though. All the different. I think, the early Genesis stuff with Gabriel's great. The middle period, I think, is the best. And then after 83, what was the 83? The self-titled Genesis album, which is the second Hugh Padgham record. I think after that, I'm done.
I'm done.
But I do like Abacab a lot.
It became the Phil Collins group.
Yeah.
Cinema Show, Hugh Caldwell, reminds me of. Hold on.
All right, I gotta go, guys. Good night.
All right, wait a minute. I just heard this the other day, Hugh, but doesn't Cinema Show go? It reminds me of Sentimental Lady. To the Cinema Show. All right, folks.
All right. On that note, several notes.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the guitar was in tune, but the weather permitting doesn't allow that.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everyone. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with us. Is this better? It is for.
These fucking.
I'll take Invisible Touch.
These fucking liberals.
What happened
see
now?
First transgender woman wins Miss Maryland USA pageant.
He's a fag.
Insane.
Thank you.
Get all these.
Good timing.
It's 100% virtue signaling.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
That extended video you sent me was gold.
Oh, isn't it where he's explaining all the things and he's like, you're married to a woman, but you are a woman. It's fucking great. All right, everyone. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. I am going to go smoke a cigar right now. Then I will go play Fortnite till I go to sleep. Joe, if you want to jump on around, are you done? You're going to bed.
I'm going to fucking
Good
bed.
times. Very good.
Let me find my exit. John, good to see you, man.
But
See
you know
later.
what? I'm off all next week, so I'm going to try to build up a character and join you.
All right, very good. All right, everyone. Thanks.
Good
Hold
night,
on, let me move
everybody.
this. Thanks so much, everyone. Very good. Later.